Я вас приветствую на этом чудесном канале. И рыцарь маг вернулся, дабы начать творить справедливость. Ну, справедливость в его понимании это всегда набитый кошелек, но мелочи давайте опустим, это не важно, какая разница. Кого-то напрягает, все нормально, живые, расслабьтесь.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
А субтитры? Видимо, не заслужил. Так. Кстати, да, я же открыл еще одну ячейку заклинаний. Вот. Пусть там и будут вот эти вот всякие бесполезные. Нормально. Так. Тогда здесь будет пусть совет. Невидимость. Ремонт. Или Виансан. Отлично. Что там по квестам? Ну, туда и попрусь. Дополнительные хрен с ними. Лень мне заниматься. 2 километра, да вы шо, охуели? Блять, у меня нет костра там. Не хочу так далеко идти. О. Странно, что меня до сих пор не выперли с Хогвартса, потому что, ну, кто-то ж явно пожалуется в какой-то момент, что, дескать, в городах рядом с Хогвартсом ходит какой-то черт непонятный, время от времени вещи пропадают. Вон, чья-то статуэтка лежит, и я такой, о, что тут у нас? Демигайс. Это мне. Кстати, сколько там мне их собрать надо, чтобы прокачать себе Алахамору? Это, наверное, единственный доп-квест, который я прям хочу прокачать, но он, блядь, такой душный, просто пиздец. Так. Стоп, блядь. А где? Хитроумные ключи. Нет. Нет. Вот, нашел. Верните луны. Блядь, мне не пишет, сколько, блядь, я их должен еще собрать. У меня их только 5, считай. Ладно. Не все так плохо.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Revelio. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Вообще-то я уже знаю, что это двое дом. Откуда? Ну, интуиция. Да, конечно.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
Неа, вообще ничего не запомнил. Продолжать несмотря ни на что.
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Это заклинание
right,
боли?
I didn't
Какой-то
mean to
там
intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Сука, чё, опять что ли?
Dear Professor Hecat, she's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
Блять, а как больной может понять, что его невозможно излечить? Ну, например, ты же когда болеешь чем-то, ты же, блядь, чувствуешь, что тебе хреново.
I'm afraid
ты
it's
знаешь,
really
что
up to
это
Sebastian,
кончится
and
или
his
не
mind
кончится?
seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the
Чувствует
futility
они
of his
всё.
search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Хуёво. Вряд ли он там сейчас футбик играет спокойно.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Кажется, я начинаю добирать. Древняя магия, все
All the debris
дела.
you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate.
Воспоминания,
They've
в
been digging
которых...
for something.
Заткнись! Воспоминания, в которых какая-то там баба могла чуть ли не исцелять душевные травмы.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Не, ну вылечить ее возможно. По-любому.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. A wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
Блять.
Descendo.
Incendio.
Descendo.
Да, воздухом, заклинанием.
Levioso.
Just you.
Батарея села.
What's that? Who's there? Come up here and
Блять, ну ты аутист, что ли?
you're so clever.
Кто из вас командир?
There you are. Let's get this over.
Expelliarmus Incendio.
Как ты заехал?
What's the point of it exactly? Is that the best you can do?
Expelliarmus Incendio.
What are you doing?
Descendo.
I won't rest.
Expelliarmus.
Заебал. Брось свою хуйню.
You've made your
Ah,
last
what am I
mistake.
Блядь. Что-то он не прыгает, блядь.
I won't rest. One less human to worry about.
Да ёб твою мать. Там написано, дайте прыгающего командира, блядь. Что это значит?
I don't think you know.
Да? Ну вы сами все видели. Я, блядь, камеру на одном держу, он бьет другого. Уродец.
I will make you. You can't stop us.
Levioso. Descendo.
Опится, у меня способность, у меня, блядь, палочки, батарейки с Алиэкспресса. Да почему нет-то, блядь? Слышь, командир, блядь, прыгай начинай. Давай прыгай, бля, мразь. Блядь, еще что ли? Все, блядь, мне надоело. Пошло это испытание нахуй, оно не работает. Экспресс.
I won't Let's get this.
I confess,
Я пытался.
that was a
Он не
bit more
прыгает.
than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Я уже, блядь, в космос его отправил.
Repairer. Revelio.
Он не прыгал. И пошел он, собственно, нахуй.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Подозрительная статуя.
Revelio.
Без лица. И меча.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look.
This well looks familiar.
Это колодец. Дебил.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
А это часом не та ли сцена, где появились эти маги, пошел дождь, все дела?
Revelio.
Уж больно похоже.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Тело всегда в камине.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Revelio!
Ладно, видимо, не в этом случае.
Huh, a stairwell.
Что
Why
с
bother blocking
освещением?
a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
Уроборос?
Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio!
Или читать.
Seems these journal entries are from Isidore. A journal entry of Isidora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio! You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Чего необычного?
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
У него такое выражение лица. На нем написано: «Я ничего не понимаю».
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
Note. Let's have a look.
Вроде как написано что-то про древнюю магию.
Anything helpful in the note?
Наверное, я так думаю.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did.
Надеюсь, ты
I'll
не
be in
сойдешь с ума
touch.
от вселенских знаний.
Revelio.
Вот это поворот. Как я сюда попал? И что важнее, куда мне? Наверное, сюда? Да.
Hexing a teacher! A teacher! You're lucky they don't expel you. If you don't get your act together, I shall fly straight to Hogwarts and snap your wand in half myself.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was.
Кто-то по приколу проклял учителя. Это я понимаю. Ну, с другой стороны, хорошо, что он проверил это на учителя, а не на ученике.
On you as a trusted ally and friend.
Мать.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Так себе из тебя гадалка. Тебе выпала башня.
Ladies,
Professor
Наверное,
Shah.
это что-то значит.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups.
Вообще-то этим уже
Alas,
занимались.
the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
Мы что, сейчас магию кристальных камней, что ли, будем изучать? Но у меня нет посоха.
Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
По-моему, он в ужасе, что к нему пришел какой-то рыцарь настраивать его телескоп.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
На меня
Mere
посмотри.
cold didn't stop the
Не в
great
стальных
stargazers
доспехах.
of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear?
Закляние огня тебе на что?
Dismissed.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again. We Ravenclaws must stick together.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Да, я себе и свой могу
I can't do
позволить.
that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Ладно.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did.
How am I supposed to find stereo for my hand?
Incendiary. this was his old telescope. It's practically brand new.
Revelio. A pristine night for stargazing.
Our me thinks he knows everything. He even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
The perfect night for... Oh.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right, I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we?
Ты меня наебываешь, падла. Ну ладно.
The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards, some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Revelio.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
Снес.
A little for...
Revelio. A few cobwebs and some dust.
Ванна в клетке.
Oh, of course. Just not as tidy as I expected.
Revelio. Incendio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, I mean.
There's the table.
И нахрена мы сюда шли? Ради этого стола?
Try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
Ну и что это дало?
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Whatever you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Бля, будет смешно, если в итоге выйдет вторая часть Хогвартса, и там, типа, спустя много лет этот дебил действительно напишет мануал, и я такой открываю какую-нибудь там вырезку оттуда, и там слова моего друга, который помог мне в моих расследованиях. Он говорил... Ладно, как скажешь. Блять. Он не был очень вдохновленным человеком. Опа. Снижение.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Зомбаки. И чё? Это лутец. Не знаю, насколько он важен. Но я хочу попробовать его забрать. Ну? Гребаный. Попал. Лезь. Да... Ты издеваешься надо мной? Лезь давай, дебил.
Shame I didn't have an audience for that one.
Испытание выполнено. Ну и чё? Чё я за это получил? Навыки? Нет. Хорошо. Может, образ шмотки какой-нибудь? Там увеличиваемость вместимость индикатора. А это... О. А это навсегда или это надо в шмотки вшивать? Просто я не в курсе, как бы. Древней хренью не слишком сильно увлекаюсь. В натуре. Плюс я разблокировался еще 4 ячейки. Блядь, вот теперь отлично. Окей. Смысл собирать этот мусор есть. О. Бродячий торговец. Интересно.
Hello. Do you have anything for sale?
That I do, but what's a student like yourself doing out here? Got yourself lost, did you?
Just exploring the countryside a bit.
Aye. Nice to break the routine now and then. Bit of a wanderer myself, in fact. Name's Leopold Babcock, and I am indeed here to sell. Now, for someone like yourself who is also prone to wander, I cannot understate the importance of keeping some Wiggenweld potion on hand. I wouldn't dare set foot in a place like the Forbidden Forest without a steady supply. What do you say, my young friend? A measure of safety for the path ahead?
Something to consider. Thank you for your help, Mr. Babcock.
Aye, let me know if you see something you like.
Я так-то в своей лаборатории столько его могу варить.
See if there's something you need.
О. Ты что, охуел? Маневренная метла для хозяина, который хочет впечатляющий. 5000. 5. Ты ёбнутый, ты это понимаешь?
I shall hope to do business with you again.
Где мне столько бабла достать? Что, с ума сошел?
That's been a pleasure.
Да и тем более, я так понимаю, это просто скин. Да, получается, это просто пиздец. 5000 за зеленую метлу.
This place has seen better days.
Ага. Дирижабль. Не дождешься, говноед. Блядь. Гребаные барьеры. Не дадут спокойно полетать. Так, вопрос первый. Ты кто? Вопрос второй. Ты зачем?
Psst, over here. Quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet, but I know I can trust you, Natty. Rookwood and Harlow want something Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it.
Пиздец,
And
я
I've
главное
cast magic
ничего
I
и не
can't
сказал,
otherwise
он
explain.
через минуту такой,
I know it's
ай,
a lot to
давайте
take
все
in.
расскажу.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. And we can help to take them down for good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The Ministry will come in later.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Утешно. Наверное, брать этот замок будет весело. Однако в следующей серии. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем пока.